So when Apple announced the new green and the Alpine green colors for the iPhone 13 lineup, I honestly thought that I was going to be one of the very few people who really love these colors. But when I posted these new phone images in my Instagram stories, I was surprised by the number of people loving these new colors, including non-iPhone users. So naturally, I wanted to get my hands on it, and in this video, I'll be unboxing these two new colors and go through what makes these colors different compared to the previous green color devices that Apple has released. And I'll also talk about the new Unlock with Mask On feature on iOS 15.4, and I'll also let you know what other cool green accessories that can go very well with these phones. Alright, now as you can clearly see that the difference between the non-Pro green and the Alpine green is very distinctive. Where there is a darker contrast on the non-Pro version of the iPhone 13 and a higher contrast shade on the Alpine green for the Pro variant, which was very reminiscent of an army green kind of color. And the non-Pro green also has a glossy finish compared to the matte finish on the Alpine green. Then looking at the sides, the Pro variant has a glossy darker green color instead of a silver chrome color like how it was on the silver variant of the phone, as it follows the other Pro variants color like the Sierra Blue or Gold, where it has a similar color on the sides. So with this, it does scream premium when looking at this Pro Max variant, and it has a matte dark green color finish for the side on the iPhone 13. Now, while a lot of y'all might be thinking that the Alpine green to be very similar to the previous generation iPhone 12 Pro's Midnight Green, it actually isn't, as this new Alpine green has a less greyish hue and more true to life when it comes to the green color, where you will see a difference when you compare both side to side. And speaking of product generation, here's a little history lesson, as it is obviously not the first time that Apple has introduced a green color device, as they started off by introducing the lime-colored iMac G3 way back in year 1998. And they've also introduced it in the iBook G3 in year 2001 with a more vibrant colored green. Then they follow up with a similar green color for the first generation iPod mini, the iPod Nano, and also the iPod Shuffle as well. Then the 4th generation iPad Air also came in green, and of course the latest iMac M1 also has a green colored option. Then going into the modern era of smartphones, where the iPhone 11 Pro has the closest looking green colored finish, where as mentioned it was called the Midnight Green, and the iPhone 12 had a different brighter shade of green which was called Mint Green. So with all of that being shown, I'm very sure that you would agree with me that this green colored version of the iPhone 13 Pro lineup and the non-Pro has to be their best yet. Now, since these two new iPhones does come shipped with iOS version 15.4, let's go through what's new. Now, firstly, there are tons of security patches and of course any known bug fixes as well for better overall performance all around. Then there is now a support for ProMotion 120Hz throughout all third-party apps as well. So you will find a difference when it comes to scrolling through third-party apps like Instagram, Twitter, and I even felt a smoother experience when it comes to gaming on the phone. Next, there is the search option for Safari's extension manager, so you'll be able to search for any extension that you have installed. Then there's now a fix when it comes to the connectivity, where previously there were times where I had troubles connecting it to my internet LTE network immediately after I'm out from an area where, for example, there's no signal in a lift or maybe in a parking lot, and now connecting it back to my data and connecting it back to even Wi-Fi and going back to data as well was super fast and had no issues at all. And I also did notice that I actually got an additional of 20 to 30 minutes of battery life with this new update, so no worries about having any battery drain issue when it comes to having this new software update. Then there's the Share Play button shortcut for apps like Apple Music, where I can easily share the content through a FaceTime call, similar to the other Share Play functions. Then there are also 37 additional emojis added, which includes faces, hand gestures, and household objects as well. And finally, the greatest iOS 15 update yet is the Face ID with a mask on, which allows you to unlock your phone with your mask on, this new norm, where it recognizes a unique feature around your eye area to authenticate, and you can even use and add glasses as well. Now, if you're an Apple Watch user, you might be asking, well, isn't this a feature which is similar to the unlock with the Apple Watch feature? Well, not exactly. Because now not only you can unlock your phone with the Face ID with the mask update, but it's also compatible with other apps as well. For example, when putting an auto refill when it comes to your username and password for certain websites, and also doing Face ID authentication for apps like MAE on Maybank as well. Now, this feature is only available for the iPhone 12 and later due to the hardware and the security features of this phone, so keep that in mind. Then finally, let's talk about some of the cool accessories that will go along very well with these two new green color iPhones. Starting from the new silicone case, there's a new eucalyptus colored case, where it is a shade lighter than the clovered colored case, which matches perfectly with these two new iPhones, whether or not it's the Pro and also the non-Pro variant. Then there's also the Apple Wallet in the Sequoia color, or if you have the Apple Wallet in the Midnight color, like how I have, it will go very well with the phone and the case as well. And if you have the Apple Watch, there is the Apple Watch band with a similar color of the eucalyptus, which goes very well with the silicone case. Now, if you're into the braided solo loop, then the Inverness green color would match perfectly. Or if you prefer a sports band or a leather link band, you can go with the Cypress green for the sports band or the Sequoia colored one for the leather link band. Now, obviously that these are all the official Apple accessories that go well with the iPhone 13 and also the iPhone 13 Pro. But of course, I am no fashion consultant, so do let me know if you have any other suggestions on the accessories that will fit these two awesome colored phones as well. So these two new colored beauties is available tomorrow onwards here in Malaysia. So do head to your nearest Apple authorized store to have your very own hands-on experience, and do let me know if you're planning to get yourself either one of these two brand new colors, whether or not it's the non-Pro or the Alpine version of the Pro variant. Let me know once again in the comment section below.